Hi guys, Lewted was here with another dank stream. I was gonna play some multiplayer today, however I got a call from my college saying that there was problems um, with my admission to a program I was going into, so I have to go to the school. And then I have work today, so I won't be able to play any Rome 2 or Attila today. However, I will be able to show you guys a few replays that I got in the past, well, yesterday and today. I got one. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys a few replays and then just call it that. As I'm still getting used to Attila, I probably will not be streaming any multiplayer anytime soon, but I will do it in the future for sure.
Understood! What a load of gods! I hate them! Ever since my ancestors fought against them, my family has had a bitter rivalry with those people. I want nothing except Gallic blood on my blade! Hey!
Now, after getting a red card, I realized something interesting about Attila that might actually apply to Rome 2 as well. Apparently, I was talking about it before, but I'll talk about it again. The base hit chance in Attila is 40%. That probably is the same thing in Rome 2, because the engines are the same. Being hit in the rear is a plus 30 bonus against that unit, and the unit has no melee defense. If we get hit in the flank, it's plus 15.
Run! Curse you! Get ready!
And I think that's pretty interesting. Anyway, this is about between me playing as a Swebby versus my opponent, which is playing as a Rim.
For Germania!
Now, usually one thing I tend to do is try to take apart the army, like one by one. Like first I'll focus on the slingers, then I'll focus on the infantry. Or no, first in Napoleon what I used to do was I used to take out the cavalry, then focus on getting rid of flanks, and then focusing on the main line. In Rome 2, the same thing applies. The only thing is that it's a little bit harder because people in Rome 2 tend to keep their cavalry, except missile cavalry, close to their infantry line. I decided to take shots at the Oathsworn, who have pretty good armor. However, they only have a missile block chance of 40 because they have this puppet shield, which the children's sword can also. These Germanic slingers have a missile block chance of 65, which is the highest in the game.
Run, Koshu!
These Cimbri bowmen were supposed to
Advance at speed!
have fire shot on, but when I saw these guys getting closer, I decided not to do that.
What's that? If you turn around, I might hear you better! Cause you're talking out of your arse! Forward! Warriors, move out!
I noticed that his cavalry over here was pretty strong, so I decided to bring this Spear Brother unit over here.
Fire on them! Take
Now, I
aim!
made a mistake here. I was supposed to put back these Cimbri bowmen so that they'd be safe.
Butako! Quickly now!
These Spear Brothers have a missile block chance to 55, which I thought was pretty good.
Warden watches over us! Move it! Good arm! Make towards!
I was supposed to charge these guys.
Kill!
But I made the
Warriors,
mistake
move out!
of actually going to I was really the old strong was here too, so I thought that was a pretty good trade. Now, Chosen Swordsmen have a charge bonus of 27, these guys have a charge bonus of 24. These guys have higher weapon damage, these guys have higher melee attack. But they have much less melee defense. Of course, that doesn't matter too much against Chosen Swordsmen because they have 34 melee attack, so their chance to hit these guys is about 35. Their chance to hit these guys, however, is much less, especially if they go into shield wall. Their hit chance is about 28, I think, around 28. Now he was asking me after the battle, how did I beat his men? Before any damage is applied, these guys took 11 casualties. These guys took 12. However, that's not why, because in a prolonged fight, these guys would win no matter what. Well, actually not no matter what, but they would win in a prolonged fight. The reason why I won is because of these berserkers acting as second line infantry.
Put down the shield wall!
Make sure that these berserkers really took me away. So they didn't. So you see me blaming me about massacre. And that was my fault. However, these berserkers were allowed to get a clean charge, and before we look into their damage, they have a 51 charge bonus. They have 40 weapon damage against infantry, so that's 91 weapon damage you're looking at. Now, they get about 107 melee attack on the charge, and the charge lasts for 30 seconds, which is more than enough to, beat these guys. They also have the fear effect, and of course they can go berserk. I decided not to use headhunt. That guy went down. $11, $12, $14. I kind of wondered why they went berserk so quickly. I didn't think they got a clean charge to be good. So yeah, they're berserk.
His head is mine!
Oh, I did actually. I did because they went very much. And these guys took too many casualties to even fight back. So
Run the screaming to the afterlife! You need it, kitty!
these guys also berserk. See, when you separate the general from the rest of the army, it's so much easier to kill.
Riders, advance!
I allowed these Celtic warriors to just go right into my Spear Brothers instead of hitting these guys in the rear, because that would have been a problem.
Riders, advance!
I was trying to avoid these Celtic warriors, but they ended up catching up to me.
Warriors, move out! Riders, forward! Advance at speed! Kill!
I gave again, the general is separated from the rest of the army. He activated headhunt, I didn't. So my men are still fed.
Withdraw! Get running!
These spearmen went ranks with berserkers.
I charge!
It's a pretty bad idea.
Attack!
And now his general, I think, died. Yeah. And that was pretty much it. His army just started to crumble after that.
As you say, I, servants of Woden,
So after that, all I had
All
to do was
comes and
clean
no!
up the rest of them.
quickly now! For the old father! Yeah! We serve Germania! Blood curse you! Yeah! Rah!
Yeah, pretty much
Riders!
his army just crumbled after that. Now again, I'm not going to stay too long. But I thought that was a pretty effective battle. That was a pretty decent battle. Yeah. That was boring. This one was okay. I won't show it today though. I'll just I'll show this one and then just call it that. This one I got today, so I'll just show it and then try to do another stream sometime this week. However, again guys, I'm going to be going into my first semester of my new program.
Yes, Commander! I despise barbarians. They are monsters, spawned in darkness and filth, ignorant of all that is good and true. That is why we must fight them. That is why we must win! At the double! As you command!
So I don't
Quick
know
march!
nowadays about Rome 2, but the barbarians have like a huge advantage in Rome 2 and even I think in Attila. Somewhere. People like to bring rush armies like this one. Well, to be fair, it's not that much of a rush army because it doesn't have Celtic warriors in the front, in the front, he has them on the flanks. But case in point, he's more focused on inferior quality units. You know, holding your men in place while your heavy horse do most of the damage. I think that's what his goal was, to have his heavy horse do a considerable amount of damage. And it looked like it was going to work, like, right here, because I had Agrian and Axemen, who lose to Gallic hunters, obviously, but not to Celtic slingers. I wasn't sure if he was going to bring Gallic hunters because that would mean that he'd have to spend less money on good quality units like Chosen Swordsman, or even Oathsworn, if you wanted to have a center of Oathsworn. I brought no elite units except my general, which was a Royal Peltas. The reason why I chose him instead of the Hellenic Royal Cab is because I didn't want to risk him being charging into a unit and then having to have him stuck in. I'd rather have a general that could somehow support the battle throughout the entire fight.
Yes, Commander!
Cav can't do that if they get
Riders,
stuck in the Royal
advance!
Protest camp. Anyway, we started off skirmishing. I already
Forward!
know that I'm gonna lose to these god hunters. Like, that's not what I was concerned about. If he started firing on my Samurai warriors, he would have lost the skirmish fight.
Advance at speed!
Because these guys have tanky armor and 50 missile block chance.
Riders, advance!
Starts to put his horse, heavy horse around here. Does the same over here.
Back, men, back!
That's one of them already. He's gonna route this one too.
Quickly now!
These guys also have a 50 missile block chance.
By your command!
These guys don't. Well, God Hunters obviously don't. But Celtic Slingers have, I think, 40. In fact, I think it might be less. My ultimate goal was to make sure that he somehow lost these heavy horses. However, at this point, I kind of knew that if I just stood around, his God Hunters would have beaten me.
Quick march!
Again, Senate warriors are pretty tanky. Takes a while to actually beat them.
Quickly now! Advance!
So I needed some way to get through the center of chosen swordsmen.
Riders, at the double! Cut charge! Charge! This is it! Forward! Pull back!
So I did a considerable amount of damage. However, I made a mistake here by turning off fire blow because I wasn't sure if I was going to keep
Charge! Advance at speed!
And these guys are going to turn for that.
Charge!
Decided to just charge right back into the shot and make it. Took a lot of damage,
Advance at
but
speed!
I wasn't too concerned about that.
Orders, ready! Quickly now! Raiders at the double! Engage!
He decides to go after my general with 2
Ready.
heavy freemen supporting.
Close ranks!
Decided to support
Raise
the Crusade.
shields!
He has 2 heavy horse trying to go for my general. Over here, I started losing my facility.
Form phalanx!
I left this officer unit in the back because I wasn't sure what this unit of chosen swordsman was going to do. However, I didn't notice that they got stuck in there.
For glory!
I decided to use this unit of Hoplites to support over here, because if your general dies, that's a big
Engage!
problem. Decided to pull the sailors over here to here. Use them to smash this unit of chosen swordsmen who were actually beating my Senate warriors. This unit of Hoplites started bringing this chosen swordsmen, which makes sense. But in the way it's had less weapon damage, but much better melee defense.
To forward! Quickly now!
He was just making mistake after mistake, and it started to cost him.
Your Orders understood.
Like leaving this heavy force
Break
here
off!
was a bad idea.
Orders
The samurai warriors
understood!
using Celtic warriors pretty convincingly.
Riders, at the double.
Now, I knew my samurai warriors were here to start to break if they just
Advance
fought
at
all at
speed!
once, so I
Double
decided to
time!
support them instead of
Advance
using
at
this,
speed!
fighting this chosen swords unit.
Forward! Advance! To forward! Riders, at the double.
Do some javelins and some these guys.
Riders, advance!
Decided to cycle charge the general.
Commander! Advance at speed!
Decided to use these hoplites
To
as support of the
engage!
division.
Forward! Yes, Commander! Advance at speed! By your command! Cut charge! Advance at speed!
This heavy
By your
force over
command.
here came back.
Orders! Orders understood!
Which makes sense.
Riders! At the double! For glory!
He decides to charge my general with his heavy force.
Riders! Advance!
I think by this point, it's
Quickly
pretty
now!
obvious that I was gonna win.
Riders! Advance! Engage!
Now I was just trying to route up the units that were idle over here so I can support my general. Oh, sorry. So like I said, this is...
Understood!
No, I could probably show one more, but after this I actually have to go.
Withdraw!
This guy was trying to mess up everything he had left to,
Forward!
Advance at speed!
you know, fight me.
Riders! At the double!
Charge! As you
Probably
command!
Colonel General straight up Austria.
Double!
But these guys are disciplined, so they wouldn't take the initial shot, which is
Advance at
minus 30.
speed!
So they just have minus 15.
Captain
These barbarians, however, are not disciplined. No barbarian is disciplined, not even Croatia.
Riders! Advance! Quickly now! Engage! Delivering the dogs!
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Usually the barbarians have an easy time beating the civilized factions in a melee. However, when it comes to morale, the civilized factions are better. The Hellenic factions are better at combined armed tactics, as they tend to have, you know, somewhat alright melee cav, but above average shot cav, good holding units, and units with good morale. The barbarians tend to be more of, you know, units that can fight, units that are pretty simple, but are specialized in what they do. The eastern factions rely more on their cataphracts, and sometimes their horse archers. They tend to have better basic skirmisher units than other factions, and Rome, of course, is better in prolonged melee. Good armor, good melee attack, decent melee defense. Anyway, one more battle and then I have to go. Oh yeah, I know where it is. For a second I thought I did save it, but I did. Here it is. So I was playing as the Nervi. I was going up against Pontus, against a guy that I think I fought before and lost to. He was playing as Pontus, obviously, and he brought a very convincing build, and I thought that I was going to lose for sure.
All right!
What do we know of Pontus? Not a lot. They are weak and very ill-looking. Ugly! And I fear there will be some unusual smells out there when they start shitting with fear. To ours.
So anyway, this was me playing as another barbarian faction, and again, going up against a guy that is pretty good. He brought 3 Cappadocians, which is pretty solid. He brought, where is it? Pontic Royal Cav. Good shot cav. Not too special, but they're pretty good. Cappadocians are heavy, but they have good stats. Best heavy cav in the game. Now, he has an outstanding problem though. His Eastern Slavers are going to beat my guy Hunters. However, he has to spot them first. Now, I'm not sure what he was trying to do with his Scythian horse archers, but I think he was going to try to harass me. Fortunately, knowing how Pontus works, I brought a Germanic scout riders with me to counter that. My goal was pretty My goal was pretty simple. To beat his pikeman. If I could beat his pikeman, what would end up happening is his center would end up collapsing to fierce swords. Even though they don't have armor, they have good melee attack. A melee attack that can beat the Pontic swords melee attack. Better weapon damage, and of course, a really good charge. So now he has a problem because he can't see 9 god hunters. So what does he do? He uses a Cappadocian cav to spot them. And I had a feeling he was going to do this. It didn't look like he was going to just charge and waste one of his units.
London! Get running!
So knowing this, my aim was still to take out
Wait here!
these pikemen. Because without his pikemen, his
What
center
do we
would end
say?
up collapsing.
What do we say?
He did bring 2 naked swords, which are pretty good.
Run!
My naked warriors would beat them.
Forward! Advance at
I remember
speed!
the old days when naked swords and naked warriors didn't have any armor. Like, their shield didn't even count as armor.
Riders, advance!
I think the slingers are actually somewhat out of range. No, they are in range, but they're in range with my spear
For our
brothers.
ancestors!
2 of them are hitting these god hunters. But I think at this point it didn't really matter.
Bloden!
He was trying to use these Celtic warriors to scare out these spear brothers.
Warriors, withdraw!
I decided not to let that happen.
Riders, forward!
Can't go
It's
slow,
kind of a shame that he
Riders,
wasted
forward!
his pikemen.
Big charge! Forward! Advance at speed!
He left the Scythian force archers over here because he was going to start skirmishing
Riders,
over
advance!
Woden!
Forward!
I
Forward!
decided to scare off
Riders,
the
advance!
Cappadocians.
By
Let's
two
try to break
turns! Get running! Attack
through.
them! Riders,
So
forward!
there's a flanking bonus there.
Advance at speed! Stop now! Kill! 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 Riders, advance! Riders, forward!
I made a
Forward!
slight mistake here. I should have waited until
Take their head!
Cappadocians
Kill,
got up to speed. I did get a volley off. This is not going to be in favor of the spear brothers at all. So, in order to remedy for that mistake I made, I decided to use one of my fierce swords
Advance at speed!
because I still have a good
Quickly
enough
now!
sword to beat these Pontic swordsmen to support this fight. Knowing this, he's going to end up supporting it too.
Watch out! As you say!
I'm trying to get my
Warriors, put up the shield wall!
went into the shield wall instantly. His Germanic scout rider started to take shots at my
Withdraw!
his horse archer started to take shots at my Germanic scout rider, which I did not like too much.
Get running! Take charge! My blade is itching to cut you out! Warriors, move out!
I decided to use this unit of spear brothers, noticing that his Cappadocians were for some reason stuck in.
On!
I just really survived. Use these spear brothers to block
Warriors,
the charge
move
of
out!
Pontic swordsmen.
Forward! Riders, advance!
Notice
Advance!
that
That's
he's
me!
forward.
Riders! Forward!
For the gods, charge!
He's taking shots at my horse. Because now these guys are taking fire from the city. And that's not good. For some reason, these guys move the ground a lot quicker than I thought. I think they took too much fire. These guys aren't so his army just started to crumble right in front. And then I wasn't paying attention and these Pontic Royal Cav got me.
Pull back! Back!
Of course, these guys being wounded, and these guys being very heavy. The fight with Bob seemed to be my favorite if he stayed in combat. And now all of a sudden his army is just starting to crumble. However, his center is pretty strong and he puts in his general. As a support. I wasn't getting trained attention. His trainer is playing these little cows. These slingers were getting a lot of kills on my fierce.
Kill! Run!
This is not a good engagement for these Pontic swords. Fierce swords hitting you in the rear would get 70 weapon damage from hitting you in the rear. Plus the fact that they have a 37 charge bonus, which brings it up to 107 weapon damage. I decided to not make this unit break.
Loading! What? Yeah! Shield wall, now! Shield wall, now!
Get your shields up!
He's trying his best to get out to make these guys stop from getting them. Unfortunately, he took too many losses. They did a good job killing them, but they were not cost effective. And at this point, his army just crumbles. I still don't know how I pulled it off, but I did, so. Still really lots of problems to get killed, and now they can just take out the Cappadocians.
Advance at speed!
Break off!
These first stories are having an easy time doing these.
Kill! Go there! Charge!
Move it! Get them! Any of them!
That is insolent at best. Indeed.
Yeah, this one was
Hold! Help is coming!
I wasn't surprised that I won this at all.
Get your shields
When I
up!
started to see his army crumbling, I wasn't surprised. I was surprised though that I beat him in 12 minutes. I thought it was gonna last 15 to 20. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching the stream and I'll hopefully see you guys sometime this week. If I don't, I will try to stream again past on Saturday or Sunday, depending on how my schedule looks. Right now, it doesn't look like I'm going to be available anytime soon. So, guys, thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you then. Bye, guys.